You're watching the Moonstomper Original Show. I'm Mrs Moonstomper.
And I'm Mr Moonstomper. Roll the intro.
Yes, do it.
The Foreskins are an influential British oi and punk rock band formed in 1979 in the East End of London. Known for their raw working-class sound, they are considered one of the seminal acts of the early street punk movement. In 1982, the band released their acclaimed chart-topping debut album, The Good, the Bad, and the Foreskins.
Roaming up the manor, roaming up the street, on the street corners where the gangs do meet. Talking about the weekend, what they gonna do? You're not careful, we gonna do you. Coming on the skinhead, coming off the boat. People that they don't beat up, they're gonna have to shoot. They on the new green and they will have to say. They on the new green and they'll turn back.
In this episode of Moonstomper Originals, Mr. and Mrs. Moonstomper take a look back at this album.
Dickheads! Dickheads! Chaos in the city, civil war now. Skinheads taking over like skinheads nowhere. Skinhead with his boots on, nobody's fault. Skinheads taking over, chaos is the rule. Chaos! 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 I don't give a toss! I drove everywhere in the gymnasium. Do you remember in 1969? See a lot of skinheads standing in the road, foaming at the mouth, waiting for a fight. High boots, club, hair, what a fucking time. Chaos! They gotta have to shoot. They gotta know me, I will have to say. They gotta know me, and that's a lie. Chaos! 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 Don't give a toss! Chaos! 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 Don't give a toss! Chaos! 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 Don't give a toss!
Welcome aboard, Moonstompers. Hope you're doing fine out there and your happy hormones are.
Yeah, whatever it is. I'm not quite sure, but there you go, Mrs Moonstomper.
You get the gist. Yeah,
yeah, guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the video. We weren't actually going to do this video, so this is the final one before the new year, and then the new year kicks in.
Yes.
And then we might leave you with a little new year greeting, maybe, if we're feeling generous, which we normally are.
Definitely.
So, Mrs M.
Yes, Mr.
What have you been listening to this week?
I've been listening to Madness in the car, Madness, and some Run DMC.
Run DMC.
Yeah.
Okay. The for me, one of the best hip hop bands ever. But you know.
And that blasting as I was.
Yeah.
Trudging along.
Excellent.
And you?
Bit obvious by my t-shirt, Slayer. Yeah, lots of Slayer. Loads and loads of Slayer, in fact. And some more Slayer. Just one of those Slayer moves. Why not?
Of Slayer.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you go. So this, right, so we've had a bit of a, it's not a bit of a change. We have got a really good video coming up, which we'll tell you more about in future.
Yes.
But what we've decided to do is we've decided to look at different LPs So
have, yes.
break it down a bit, because while we've discussed all these wonderful bands, we've only touched on the music. Now, there is a point to this actually.
Yeah.
So not many people watched it, but those of you who watched it will know that our top 20 LPs didn't feature many oil punk bands or ska bands or whatever. And there's a perfectly good reason for that.
Yes. If you keep watching, you'll find out.
Well, I'm going to tell them straight away actually. So
Go ahead.
the LPs I selected, I'm not so sure about Mrs M, but the LPs I selected were LPs you could just literally drop on your turntable right there, and you could play each and every track on there. You wouldn't have to skip a track
Okay.
on any of those LPs we picked up.
Very nice.
A lot of other LPs, what I find myself doing, especially in today's digital age, so when you're not playing vinyl and you're sort of playing the downloaded version,
Oh yes.
is you skip the tracks you don't quite like,
That's it.
and you end up listening to a compilation of whichever band. So it's a bit, for me, it's a bit of a cop-out, and a lot of the bands we discussed, I don't like every single song on every LP, and I don't know anybody else who does. I might be different, I don't know.
Sometimes.
Yeah, get down in
It is
the
what
comments,
it is.
guys, and let us know what
Yes.
you think.
Yes, please.
So yeah, that's the reason for today, and we're going to do a few more videos like this, but we'll see how it goes. So today's LP is, I think it's a really, really good staple LP, especially if you're into Oi, and that is it's the Foreskins.
Foreskins. Yes.
Yeah, the good, the bad, and the Foreskins.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, this LP it's their first LP.
Oh yes.
Right, so if you don't know the Foreskins, it's an Oi, it's a punk rock Oi band, basically.
Oh yes.
But called the Foreskins for a reason. It was made up of four skinheads originally. And this LP was released in June 1982 on
On the secret label.
Secret Records,
Records,
which is
yes.
a really great record label. And this LP, funnily enough, in case you didn't know, it actually topped the Indian punk charts, and then it entered the top
Oh, gosh.
100
Goodness me.
of the UK LP charts.
Yes.
So it wasn't like massively successful, but it was successful. Now, side A of this LP, the original LP contained studio recordings,
Yes.
and side B featured, it was live versions of several previously released songs, and the album was later combined with a follow-up release, which was a fistful of Foreskins,
Yes.
omitting the track One Law for Them.
For them, yes.
Yeah, and then due to space limitations and released on I think it was released on a single CD by Link
Link
Records,
yes.
in '87. It was was it A Few Skins More? Was
Few
it?
Skins More. Volume 1.
Volume 1.
Yes.
So, right, despite this being the debut LP of the Foreskins, right, this was in fact recorded by, it was like the third stable lineup of the Foreskins.
Yeah.
With the only original member actually was, I think it was Hoxton Tom McCourt.
Yes.
He was the sole member of the original 1979 lineup.
Way back then, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And the group's original drummer, I think he was manager at that point, was it Gary Hitchcock?
Gary Hitchcock, yes.
Okay, Gary Hitchcock.
Yes.
He wrote and performed vocals on the album's two-time style ska punk lead track, which was Plastic Gangsters, if I remember rightly,
Yes.
which is the opening sort of gambit. Now, what it's worth noting with this band, more than anything else, is they were dealing with the after effects and the aftermath of the Hambra Tavern,
Oh, that. Yes.
and as a result, they were pretty much cancelled.
Even
By
the John Peel sessions as well.
Yes, they did a John Peel session,
shame.
a really, really good John Peel session,
Yes.
which is available on YouTube, but it's cancelled.
I know.
Obviously, because the left-wing press and the middle classes dubbed those guys as extreme right-wing, which is completely fucking unfair. Because also at that gig, the Last Resort were there, and the Business as well, and the Business were far from that, believe you me.
Yes.
They actually suffered at the hands of extreme right-wing
The audience.
Yeah, Fanatics, yeah, they did. But they fought back, the same as the Cockney Rejects as well. But that gig was nothing of the fucking sort, as far as I'm aware. And there are actually witness statements about that, of what people actually saw that gig and how that gig panned out. But that's for another day, that's for another show. What we're concentrating on is this LP.
What's on the LP?
Yeah, so it's I think this is a punk staple.
Yes.
I really do, and I would say this is probably, for me, maybe not other people, but for me, this is probably one of the, I would say it's one of the last great Oi LPs. There are other ones, but this is the one before Oi got completely fucking cancelled, basically, through bad press.
Definitely.
Yeah. So
terrible.
So what's your favourite track on the LP, Mrs M?
Oh dear, there's just so many. I think Jealousy.
Jealousy. Okay, fair enough. I like. I'm going to say Chaos or ACAB, which are actually on the B side.
ACAB is good. One Law for them as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Any other ones for you?
I've got Evil as well.
Oh yeah, Evil.
Yeah, but that's like, you know, again, that's, you know, that's like the sort of sort of a minute and a half of sheer terror. Going back to the opening track, Plastic Gangster, which tells the tale of I suppose a wannabe gangster. And yeah, okay, I think everybody knows someone like that, don't they? Yeah.
Very plastic.
But that's the one with the sort of, it's very...
two-tone, with that two-tone feel.
It's very Madness-esque. You can hear that sort of madness feeling. It's more madness than the specials in terms of two-tone, but yeah.
That's me, yeah.
Quite a strange sort of track when you listen to it. You don't expect that. You listen to it, you go, hang on, have I got the wrong LP? Literally, when I first heard that, I thought,
years have to do a sort of a double.
No, it wasn't. I actually checked the label to make sure I actually got the vinyl, because that's happened to me before.
Right.
When I've got home, they've given me the wrong vinyl, and I'm like, oh my god, like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I had to first check that. So before we dive in completely, let's take a break, have a little look at this, and when we come back, we'll close it off.
Okay.
So, see you in a bit, guys.
See you soon. Welcome back, everybody. Did you enjoy that? Did you, huh?
Yeah, hope you did. So, yeah, obviously, The Good, the Bad and the Foreskins.
Yes.
Actually named after a Western, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly.
Oh, yeah.
In case you didn't know. But
if
you didn't know that, I think you've been living under a rock for the last 60 years. Yeah, okay, just saying. Yeah, so this has been re-released on CD. In fact, this has been released, there's a Japanese version as well, believe it or not.
Gosh.
And then when it was released on CD, there were bonus tracks as well.
Oh,
So
yes.
bonus tracks, Low Life, Bread or Blood,
Yeah.
and then just Get Out of My Life, Seems to Me, and Norman. So in terms of, I think we have to rate this. So what we're going to do is we're going to rate all these LPs. We're going to review.
Oh, yes.
So, and we'll look at different bands. But for me, this is although it's kind of like a compilation,
Yeah.
it's still the best work that this band did
Yes.
by a long chalk.
course.
But again, very badly recorded, very, very badly. But that was due to budgets.
It's like most of the punk bands back in that era.
Well, yeah, again,
Quite a few.
a lot of those guys were very DIY, and it was very much a DIY affair, with exception of the big four, like you Clash, the Sex Pistols, and the Damned,
Oh, yes.
etc., etc. And those guys have got they got big record companies behind them to throw money at big recordings to get those guys out into the mainstream. So if it wasn't for those guys, would these smaller guys be existing? Who knows?
That's it.
That's food for thought, though.
But they're all the sort of draw their inspiration from what they've seen previous.
Well, a load of people do, and you can't take that away from those big guys, you know.
No.
Especially bands, you know, for me, bands like the Damned and the Stranglers as well. Bands like that. That's where it's at for me.
And Sham 69 also.
Sham 69. I loved Sham
Yes.
up until Jimmy Percy went nuts.
He changed, didn't he?
Fuck me, did he ever? But going back to this LP, out of 10, what would you give this out of 10?
I think about 6.5, 6.5.
Oh, West, that's quite generous because I was expecting less than that from you.
Okay.
It's not, I know it's not your thing.
No.
So, and guys, it's not Mrs Moonstomper's thing at all. Mrs Moonstomper's very much Northern Soul, and she's the
Skinhead reggae.
the skinhead reggae, the like,
Rocksteady.
Yeah, the what we call the proper stuff, the real stuff. That's Mrs Moonstomper.
Oh, yes.
I'm more an eclectic mix of everything, actually.
I do like the 60s and like rock and roll and some of the 70s as well. 70s
Yeah,
rock
but
and
not sort of winding back from that. I'm on
Oh,
about
yeah.
the sort of punk, the punk element and the punk
right.
aspect of it. That's not really for you, is it? That
Not
much.
true. Oh,
So
gosh.
6.5 for Mrs M.
Yes.
That's quite a good score. I'm going to give this LP an 8, and the only reason I'm going to give it an 8 instead of a 9 or 10 is because of the recording quality.
All right.
Which is, you know, if you play this on, so we've got quite an expensive hi-fi,
Yes.
and if you play it on quite an expensive hi-fi, then, and if I play it in the studio as well, so if I play it on those Yamaha monitors, which were, they weren't, right, those weren't cheap,
No. Oh gosh. No.
and all the cabling and everything that goes through,
Just a fortune, man.
you can hear the shortcomings.
You can hear bits that you've missed on, like you said, on
Yeah.
other sort of sound systems.
Yeah, so if you listen to this on MP3, you're not, and anything on MP3, you do not get the full effect,
No.
because that is compressed music. Even when people say it's uncompressed,
Okay. That's not always the case.
no, because it's digitised, so
Oh,
it's
right.
completely different. So you don't get that warmth of it. It's quite,
I see.
it can be quite clinical.
Yes.
But yeah, for me, an 8. Only because it's got some real good live staples on,
Oh, yeah.
such as Chaos. Yeah.
Yes. Brilliant.
So, what we'd like to know in the comments below, if you wouldn't mind, what LPs would you like us to review?
Yes.
Because
Pray tell.
I feel we should do quite a few of these. We will still do other bands.
Oh yes.
For definite, but I just think there's
Feature LPs, just
Yeah.
a little bit more.
absolutely. And what's your thoughts on this LP? Where does it rank in? You know, what would you give this LP out of 10 in terms of enjoyment, in terms of quality, in terms of, you know, what I'd call flickability? Are there any tracks you want to flick past
Oh, right.
because you don't actually like that track? And that's quite important.
It is.
Because if you're not flicking past those tracks, that makes it a quality LP, in my opinion. As
Some
we
people might
discussed
sort of
earlier.
listen to it without any interruption. And some people might not.
Yeah, no, no, for me, you tend to do that in the car.
Yes.
Because it's just on in the background, or you tend to do that while you're working, it's on the background. But I find that different, background music, to sitting there and actually listening to music.
Oh yes, just taking it all in.
Yeah. But yeah, in the comments below, guys, as many as you can actually. And what we'll try and do is we'll try and get to all your comments. Sometimes I know we're a bit slow. Some we miss. If we do miss, we sincerely apologise.
We do go back and
where I can, but it's never our intention to miss anything.
That's right.
Whatever it is, whether it's negative, whether it's positive, we try and answer every comment, and we try and answer every comment with the most positive comment we can go up with. Even if your comment's negative against us, we'll still give you a positive comment back. Because we're not those.
We're not that way inclined.
No, exactly. Broad shoulders and all that shit. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So. On that note,
yes.
I daren't to ask you, but I'm going to ask you. Do you have anything else you'd like to share with people? I dare say it's going to be a joke, guys, and I dare say I'm just going to, go for it.
I was walking along the other day over the field. I came across a hill, and I heard like Mick Jagger and his guys blasting out some music, like Jumping Jack Flash and all that. I know it's only rock and roll. And then I looked up at this hill and it started tumbling down, and I thought, oh, Rolling Stones.
Yeah, okay, I didn't see that coming, Mrs Moonstomper, honestly.
Oh no, you
and I dare say you guys didn't,
did
most of you just switched off by now. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, I've got nothing else, I really haven't.
Phew.
I need to go and have a lie down in an ice bath after
in
that.
a dark room.
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, short and sweet as ever.
As always.
Yeah, until the next time, I've been Mr Moonstomper. Much peace, much love. Love you all. Over and out.
Love you all, Moonstompers. I've been Mrs Moonstomper. See you next time.
Fuck off out! The boys in blue don't miss out on our dedications. ACAB. All coppers are bastards. One night, we got in a little fight. He's gonna hold me up 90s face. I got cut along the wrist. I say, oh, come the bastards! I ain't gonna come to plead my case. Judging like that look at my face. Said I put you away. Asked me all I had to say. Said I say, oh, comes the bastards! Can't I still say to you? Can't I say still we can do? Anything I was pointing to hell. All my mates ain't there as well. I say, all comes a bastard. I say, all comes a bastard. I say, all comes a bastard. You're paying to get out tonight.